Hey guys, what's up? RighteousGains here. I got another video update for you. How I'm doing. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, as usual, I'm coming out of the gym right now. Driving out of the gym parking lot. And, got some good news. So, my weigh-in for this week is 194.6 pounds, okay? Which is good, because last week, remember correctly, it was 195, okay? No, it's pretty much 195 on the dot. So, you know, I'll talk about that in a minute. But to get to the other stats real quick, my body fat percentage was 17.9% body fat. Muscle, I don't think I was mentioning my muscle percentage. Yeah, I wasn't, but it did go up. It was 40, I'm gonna have to wait. It was 45.1, okay? So, those are the stats for this week. Last week was 195 pounds. I believe it was 18.1% body fat. And yeah, so we did make some progress. Now, the thing is, it's good. We're making progress now. But it's still not quite where I want to be for this week. The goal for this week was to hit 193 pounds. That being said, I am pretty confident I'm gonna hit it still. Maybe not by the middle of the week, like, because I weighed myself yesterday and got these stats. But I believe by, you know, the weekend, Saturday, it's a beautiful truck, Saturday or Sunday, you know, I think I'll hit 193. Not 193 on the dot, 193 point something. And you know, I give myself that leeway as long as I get below the 190, as long as I get to the weight point something that I want, you know, I say I got it. It depends. If it's like 193.9, I don't think I'd count that. But you know, like 193.6, 95, especially below 193.5. If it was below that, then I'll count it for sure. But anyway, so I'm pretty confident I'll be able to hit it. So waiting for that car to go. So that's the good news. And even kind of more good news is I weighed myself this morning as well, and I was 195.6 pounds. You might say, Josh, that's terrible. Why are you happy about that? That's literally a pound heavier than you were when you weighed yourself yesterday. Well, the good thing about it is I weighed myself today at 5 a.m. because I had to go into the office today, so I had to get up earlier, blah, blah, blah. And so I weighed myself before I even left home. And when you weigh yourself, it's good to weigh yourself at about the same time every single day. The reason why is because our weight fluctuates a good amount throughout the day, easily. I mean, like, weigh yourself in the morning, 8 a.m. or something like that. Weigh yourself at night. You're gonna get different results. Probably more in the night. You're probably gonna weigh like 100 and, like, for me, if I'm weighing about 195 right now in the mornings, then I'm probably gonna get like easy 197, maybe 198 at night. And when you're trying to lose weight, that's devastating to your psyche, because every pound counts. This is a slow game, losing weight. So it's hard enough not losing weight, like from one week to the next, let alone going up in weight, right? So, but you got to understand that that's because your weight fluctuates throughout the day, which is why it's a good thing to weigh yourself more or less at the same time every day, because then all the factors about what controls your weight will be about the same. You can weigh yourself at night as well. That's okay. You just got to try to do it every single time. Because if you weigh yourself one time in the morning and then the next week you weigh yourself at night, you might get the same weight. And you'll be like, man, I didn't lose any weight. But you're weighing yourself at night. Again, your weight can go up and down. It's different for everybody, especially if someone who's bigger. Not like bigger in weight, but someone who's like a man who's taller or whatever. You know, we can pound some food down, okay? Like, we could easily get like another 2-3 pounds on the scale from just water, drinks, food, you know what I mean? So yeah, I weigh myself in the morning every time. And so anyway, the point is that I weighed myself at 5 a.m. Normally I weigh myself at like 8 or 9 a.m. And I'm really happy, because if I was 195.6, then, you know, I'm positive that I could have easily have lost like a pound waiting another 4 hours, because, you know, during that time normally I'm not eating anything. I don't eat breakfast till a little bit later in the day, not late, but like 9 a.m. So usually I don't eat breakfast till after I weigh myself anyway. So my point is I was very happy to see that. I was very okay to see that weight, very fine with it, to have seen that weight that early in the morning. I was like, okay, that's cool, because 4 hours from now, especially if I go to the bathroom, because that makes a factor too. You know, it's like, anyway, that you shouldn't be focusing on that. But the main point is try to weigh yourself same time every single day, more or less under the same factors. But even if you're doing that, your weight could fluctuate, because, you know, if you eat more carbs or salt the day before, then your body's going to retain more water, and again, it might raise your weight. But overall, as long as your weight's going down, it's okay if it goes up and down a little bit within like a certain margin. I would say more or less a pound between like every 2 days or something like that. But as long as like week to week, it should be lower on average. So yeah. Oh, so you don't have to weigh yourself every single day. It all depends. If you have a good understanding of like expectation of like what your weight might be, then that's okay. And it's not going to destroy you mentally, then it's okay. If you're kind of really sensitive right now about your weight, it may not be a good idea to weigh yourself every single day. Don't be scared to jump on the scale at all. I have family members who are like, I just don't touch the scale because it's too scary. I'm like, you can't just not touch the scale, then you never know if you're gonna progress. You know what I mean? But you know, every day, if you're a little bit sensitive about your weight, maybe not the best idea. So regardless, that was a bit of a speech there. So those are my stats. I actually have a PR to report to you guys. It's not necessarily a PR, not like personal record of like my life, but it's PR since I started coming back to the gym. I've done this weight before on the overhead press, which was 115 pounds. I've done that weight before, but when I came back from like, you know, that hiatus from school being crazy, and I unfortunately was busy, and I was trying to not fail my classes, so I missed on the gym a lot. Basically, during that time, before that, I was doing like, I've done the weight of 115 pounds, but, what the heck? Left lane, oh, just left lane closed. That's fine. Sorry. Just speaking out loud here. So that's fine, again. But, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought because of that stupid detour. Oh yeah, so I done that weight, and then I kind of had that hiatus. I came back to the gym. Luckily I hadn't lost a ton of strength, but you know, when you go away, you can lose some strength, but it comes back very quickly, so that's awesome. And so I've gone back to that weight. Now I wasn't in my progression, my overload progression, I wasn't scheduled to hit that weight this week, but you know, sometimes you're dumb and you can't count. I don't know why I always screw up on the overhead press. It's always the overhead press that I'm messing up my numbers. Basically, I was supposed to do 110 pounds today, which is still challenging. And it was funny. I thought I'd put 110 pounds, but actually, so it was supposed to be like a 25, a 5, and a 2.5 on both sides. But I just put a 25 and two 10s, not two 10s, 10 on each side, 25 and a 10 on each side. And I was doing that weight, and I was doing pretty good, but I was also like, man, this is heavy today. You know what I mean? I was like, come on, you did this weight last week. You got to hit it this week. And you know, so I was like, you got to hit it. And unfortunately, I was able to do it for all 4 of my sets, and so I was kind of bummed out. And then on the last set, I dropped the weights to like, you know, 25 pound plates and a 5. You know, so I was kind of bummed. I was like, oh man, you know, I wish I could have done it for all of it. I was supposed to be able to do it for all 5 sets and be able to push through, but it was getting heavy, you know what I mean? And then when I switched the weights, I was like, wait a minute. I was doing more weight than I had to. I was doing 5 pounds more than I was supposed to be doing this week. So I was like, hey, and I got the weight up for 75% of the exercise, you know? So I was actually like pretty psyched out. I was super happy about that. So yeah, anyway, that's my PR this week. Also hit, actually, and this is a legit PR that I hit. I hit 415 pounds on the leg press for reps. So I was happy about that. That's a legit life PR. So anyway, that's my update for the week, my guys. I'm getting back on track. I'm looking at, like, I use MyFitnessPal, and they have like nice like little reports and like graphs that you can look at, and you can see in the last month I've gone down about 5 pounds. I'm already losing some of the face fat, so that's really awesome. Anyway, to not make this thing any longer, that's the update. As always, I'm going to leave you guys with a little scripture. This is going to be Mosiah 13. Yeah. And it came to pass that the voice of the Lord came to them in their afflictions, saying, Lift up your heads and be of good comfort, for I know of the covenant which ye have made unto me, and I will covenant with my people and deliver them out of bondage. That's the scripture for you guys. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in my journey, please follow. Have a great day.